Prayer is powerful. Don't believe me? Maybe you've prayed for years about something and you haven't seen anything change. Or maybe prayer is something that you feel other people do and you just don't know how. Well, here are two things I want you to know about prayer. First, prayer is an act of surrender to God. Prayer is not manipulating God to do things your way or to get what you want. Prayer is actually an act of humility when you recognize that you need God to act in your life or the lives of others. See, prayer starts with a heart of asking for God to be God and for you to realize that you're not. For many, we don't pray or we haven't seen answers to our prayers because we're still trying to be God, right? Can I encourage you to relinquish your need to control and invite God to be God and allow him to direct your steps? Jeremiah 10 verse 23 says it this way, Lord, I know that people's lives are not their own. It is not for them to direct their steps. Pretty straightforward, right? See, prayer is surrender. It's surrender to God. There's so much freedom too when we let God lead our lives. And it takes the pressure off us when we let him be the leader. Well, the second thing I want you to know about prayer is that it's powerful. Prayer does change things. The first thing it changes is us. And when God changes us, it allows him to work in us and through us. This is the true miracle of prayer. It isn't as much about God changing our circumstances, although he's willing and able, but it starts with us. See, God changes us when we pray. If you don't know what to pray to experience God's transforming work in you, follow the example of the psalmist David in Psalm 139, where he prays, Psalm 51:10 rather, where he prays, create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a steadfast spirit within me. See, this is the prayer of a person who is open and willing to let God change them to receive what God has for them. And this releases God's power in our life when you let him make you brand new and ask him for a steadfast spirit. So, no matter what you're facing, you can endure. You can get through it because of his power and presence in our lives. Prayer, it simply invites the power and presence of God. So, do you believe that prayer is powerful, or are you relying on your own ability to see transformation in your life? Well, I encourage you to go to God in prayer. Ask him to change you first, and then watch what he does with your circumstances. You will experience his power when you're looking for his presence in prayer. And that's courageous living.